A huge storm is developing right now, which will cause an eruption of severe weather. From the Great Plains into parts of the Midwest, rich moisture is combining with increasing wind shear and insane amounts of instability. This will set off a chain reaction of severe weather events over the next several days. These storms are going to bring every hazard, including the risk of significant damaging winds, very large hail, dangerous flooding, and even a few tornadoes that could catch you off guard. The next 72 hours will feature a lot of storms, so let's get right into the forecast. And we have a lot of big updates in today's forecast, and I do want to begin with what is happening with our severe weather threat today and into the weekend. And we'll begin with what is happening today, which is Friday, and the Storm Prediction Center has expanded our level 2 out of 5 slight risk of severe weather from northern Kansas all the way into northern Illinois. There's also a large marginal threat of severe weather encompassing much of the Midwest, where all hazards of severe weather will be on the table today, including the risk of significant damaging winds. This is expected to take place mainly this evening and into the overnight hours. We are talking about a nocturnal risk of significant damaging winds exceeding 75 miles per hour at times. It is very important to protect any loose line items, and if you live near large trees, you're going to want to make sure you have ways to receive weather alerts tonight, because a lot of this storm activity might not happen until the overnight hours. I do recommend checking out Max Alert. It's where I give you a phone call if you are under a tornado warning or a severe thunderstorm warning, and it would be a very useful tool for you tonight if you live in that area. Otherwise, we're mainly talking about damaging winds. Large to very large hail is also a concern. There will be a few supercells that develop this evening that'll produce the risk of up to baseball-sized hail near Des Moines, Omaha, and back into Lincoln, just north of Kansas City. And there is also a large, narrow corridor where a couple of tornadoes will be possible this evening. We actually could see a tornado threat develop as early as 5 or 6 o'clock, but I think most of it will wait until about 9, 10, 11 o'clock tonight over near Lincoln and Omaha and Des Moines. And if you live over near Chicago, we're also monitoring a low-end tornado potential, and we'll break that down more in detail for you here in just a moment. And to start your weekend, it is going to be stormy all across the country for Saturday. We are watching for thunderstorms all across the Great Plains, even into the Dixie Alley and Northeast, but our main concentration of severe weather will reside across the Midwest, Ohio Valley, Northeast, Southern Plains, and Northern Plains. It's a lot of areas, but right now we're watching tomorrow to produce a lot of thunderstorms here across this green and yellow area stretching from Des Moines north of Kansas City back into Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, and Buffalo. Greatest threat of severe weather will be in that yellow area. That is the slight risk of severe weather. Cleveland all the way towards Boston, Massachusetts. We're going to be watching for an elevated risk of damaging winds, hail, and perhaps a couple of tornadoes. Across the Southern Plains, it's shaping up to be a pretty stormy afternoon. I'm mainly watching for large hail down here, but I would not rule out an isolated tornado near Dallas or Lubbock. And then also across the Northern Plains, we're going to be watching another close passing storm system that'll bring some level of damaging winds, hail, and perhaps even an isolated tornado threat. But this will be mainly driven by damaging winds in all risk areas. But if you do live near Cleveland, Youngstown, Pittsburgh, we do need to be monitoring an increasing tornado potential during the afternoon hours tomorrow.